Do you have a problem with telling the Lord what to do? I mean, do you not think that Jesus could have handled this situation? Do you think if this was inappropriate for Mary that Jesus could have stopped her? Yeah. Do you think if Jesus didn't feel honored that he could have stopped her? But here's Judas saying, I've got it covered for you. I've got a better idea, and you really messed up. You really messed up. That could have been sold. That could have been sold, and a whole money's worth, a year's worth of wages could have been given to the poor, and he tried to ruin the whole thing. How did Jesus feel about it? He rebuked her. He rebuked her. Leave her alone. You leave her alone. This is Mary, and this is how she chose to honor me. And she's prepared this stuff, and you know what? It was meant for the day of my funeral, which Jesus knows is coming. Sometimes we have better ideas, don't we? Sometimes we like to point out how other people are wrong. Sometimes we may be not quite in agreement with how somebody else chooses to honor Jesus. Or maybe it's just because we like things our way. Right? We just like them our way. I wouldn't have chosen that song. I sure wouldn't have preached that sermon. I can't believe they painted it that color. I can't believe that they did. I wouldn't have done that. It was wrong. Let me show you it was wrong. I found the problem. It was wrong. It was wrong. It was wrong. It's because we really want to honor Jesus, right? No. That's because we want it our way. We want it our way. We have our own agenda. We have our, this is what I want out of this. I want a worship service where I feel comfortable, where it's done the way that I want it to be done. We sing the songs I want to sing. Because I'm the only one who knows how to honor Jesus. And I tell him how he needs to be honored. Because he's not really Lord. I am. Judas had an agenda. Judas had he was a thief, John said. The man was a thief. He didn't care a thing one about somebody honoring Jesus in a way that might have felt uncomfortable to people. This is the way that Mary chose to do it. Jesus let her do it. It was between Jesus and Mary, wasn't it? It was her gift to him. Who was Judas to say, this is wrong? And some people just kind of want to ruin situations, you know. I mean, it was awkward enough. And now Judas has made a scene and he got rebuked. You know the next thing that Judas is going to do that we know of is he's going to be the one that turns Jesus over to the Pharisees and Sadducees. Is Jesus Lord? Is God big enough to be honored in all kinds of ways? Did he know Mary's heart? Did he know Lazarus' heart? Did he know what it was going to be like when he accepted the invitation? Does he know what's going to happen in Jerusalem? Yeah, he does. Jesus is Lord. You don't have to be Lord for him. You don't have to cover his bases for him. Okay? You don't have to tell everybody else how to honor him. Okay? Jesus can handle that. He can handle that. You can check for your motivation. If you get excited about putting people down, if you get excited about showing people mistakes, if you get excited about finding some way to make them look like they're not doing their job or they're not honoring Jesus right, then you can look at your own motivation and say, is it about me? Or is it about Jesus? We've got two groups. We've got these Jewish leaders that just refuse to believe, no matter what happens. And Jesus is going to raise them. He's going to be raised from the dead, and they're still not going to believe. Then you've got people who are followers of Jesus, like Judas, who still have an agenda, who still don't know what it means to call Jesus Lord, who are still out to tell everybody what to do and how to honor Jesus the way that they think he ought to be honored. What a fun group of people. What a fun group of people. They all claim to be serving God. They have God in their midst, and they're going to take care of him. Either they're going to try to kill him, or they're going to try to tell him what to do. God is God, and we're not. He can handle the job. And if someone wants to bring an invitation to him, that bring some kind of gift to the body and say, okay, this is my gift to God because I want to honor him, and we say, no, 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 no. Because I don't think I would do it that way. Guess what group we're in? If we want to say, you know, I pretty much have it taken care of. I know how to honor God, and I know how things ought to be done, and I know basically how everything should be taken care of and what color everything should be painted, and I just ask me, and I'll tell you, because I've got God covered. Just take a look at yourself. You're going to be miserable. Because despite you, God's going to feel honored by other people anyway. And that's going to bug the daylights out of you. It is. It's going to cause you to lose sleep. It's going to dominate your conversations around the dinner table. It's going to make it like a battle to come and be with other Christians because, you know, you just need to have your way. It's going to take your peace and your patience. It's going to take away your kindness and your gentleness, your faithfulness, and at times it'll take away your self-control. And you'll say some pretty stupid things in some pretty stupid ways. Let God be God. Let your brothers and sisters honor him as they know how to honor him. Focus on keeping your eyes on Jesus. Focus on honoring him yourself. And as we come up this morning and we take the Lord's Supper, and we're going to do it by intinction today. We're going to come up row by row, and we're going to take a piece of the bread and we're going to dip it into the juice and remember the body and the blood. And it may not be your favorite way. And it may not be the way you would do it. Focusing on honoring Jesus, okay? Keep your eyes on Jesus and pray that everybody else here is keeping their eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of their faith. Amen. Because the other way lies madness. And the other way lies discord and hatred and jealousy and factions and envy, outbursts of anger, fits of rage. The other way leads to separation. It leads to ruining relationships. It leads to wondering about whether he loves you or not. Don't take that path. Keep your eyes on Jesus. The reason everybody is here